Hi, and welcome to our channel, The Travel Boss. Today's video is about the top 10 things to do in Pafos. Myth says that Aphrodite was born in Pafos, so you can be sure that this town in western Cyprus will have a lot of ancient archaeology to offer. Kato Paphos is an old city on the edge of the water where the mosaics of Roman villas still look as bright as the day they were put down. But before we start our countdown, please subscribe to our channel, The Travel Boss, and also tell us what is your favorite thing to do in Pafos in comments. Number 10. Wine tours. The many hours of sunshine each year and the gentle breezes that blow in from the Mediterranean make it easy to grow wine grapes at higher elevations in the interior. Pafos could be your home base for a trip to this part of the island's wine country. In Laona, which is in the north, the native Monasteries grape is used to make some great white wines. Number 9. Pafos Zoo. Christos Christophorou, a local businessman and animal collector, used to have his own menagerie and aviary here. Christophorou decided to open his zoo to the public at the turn of the century so that he could show off his collection and teach people about how to protect animals. The zoo is set up with gardens and ponds, and it is home to monkeys, giraffes, tigers, white lions, kangaroos, meerkats, and other animals. Number 8. Chrysorrhogia Monastery. This 12th century monastery is northeast of Pafos town, at the foot of the Troodos Mountains. It is beautiful on its own, and it also has a museum of Byzantine art. Some of the religious art made by the monastery is very beautiful. For example, the icons of Christ and the Virgin Mary are lacquered with gold and silver. A sculpture of the Virgin Mary made of pure silver is part of the museum's collection. Number 7. Aphrodite Waterpark. Aphrodite Waterpark is the biggest water park on this side of Cyprus. It is a popular place for families to go during the long summer days. It has 17 rides and attractions for kids of all ages, from toddlers to teens. There are 4 fast drops for people who want to get their adrenaline going. One of these is Racer, where you compete with your friends to see who can get to the bottom of the tube ride first. Number 6. Aphrodite's Rock Brewing Company. When you think of Cypriot food, beer and ale might not be the first things that come to mind. However, the west side of the island has been making beer for thousands of years. This craft pub and microbrewery was the first one on the island. It is on a hill outside of Pafos and uses English brewing techniques to make a variety of real artisan ales. Number 5. Medieval Castle of Pafos. This building, which stands at the mouth of the harbor, has had a very rough past. In the 1200s, the Lusignans, whose territory covered many places in the Mediterranean, added to what was already here, which was a Byzantine fortress. Later, the Venetians tore down the old fort, but when the Ottomans took over Cyprus, they built the castle you see today. Number 4. Sit down to a meze. Meze is an appetizer or something to eat with a glass of wine in most of southern Europe. Mezes are a big meal in Cyprus, and they are often served at parties or other social events. At tavernas, tempting platters are served in a specific order. Olives come first, then bread and dips like tahini, taramosalata, hummus, and scordalia. Number 3. Pafos Archaeological Museum. From the Neolithic period to the 18th century, people lived in the western part of Cyprus. The artifacts on display came from as many as 15 archaeological sites, including old towns that were there before Pafos and Kuklia were built. When you look at the coins that were made right here in Pafos thousands of years ago, you'll get a real sense of where you are. Number 2. St. Paul's Pillar. This is one of the most important places for pilgrims to visit in Cyprus. If you wanted to stay alive in 45 AD, it wasn't a good idea to try to bring Christianity to places that didn't want it. Paul the Apostle went to Pafos to try to get the ruler to stop being a pagan, and he got 39 lashes for his trouble. On the grounds of Panagia Chrysopolitissa, a beautiful Orthodox/Anglican church built on the site of an old basilica, you can see the pillar to which the saint was tied as a punishment. Number 1. Kato Paphos Archaeology Park. You could spend a lot of time wandering around this great place near the harbor. There are buildings here that date back to prehistory, but the most well-known ones are from the time of the Romans. In the ruins of 4 villas from this time, you can see mosaics that were made around the year 100 and show scenes from Roman mythology. The ancient Odeon is a small arena from the same time period that is still used by the town as a place for performances. The tombs of the kings are an underground cemetery with Doric columns that are still in good shape and date back 1,500 years. So these are the top 10 best things to do in Pafos. Do you agree with our list and think that visiting Kato Paphos Archaeology Park is the best thing to do in Pafos? Share your views in the comments section below, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel, The Travel Boss. Thanks for watching.